song always makes me pumped for the live stream. What is up, guys? Hey. Okay, how you doing, YouTube? Wow, what a weekend. Not arranging weekend at all. Because of the drop last night. That being said, I hope everyone is safe, of course, wherever you live in the world, but especially on the eastern side of Europe with everything that's happening there. Because holy moly, last night I was already in bed and my alarm went off. I had two alarms, right? I had an alarm at the high, I had an alarm at the low, and my low's alarm went off. So I was like, okay, we're moving down. But then I had another alarm at support, and then 15 minutes later, it had alarm support going off, and I was like, wow, that's quick. Yeah, here we are, ranging sideways now. So how you doing? Good to see you. Whew, I had a busy day. Continued my work in the gardens, the front and the back, and looking sweet, looking nice. So happy about that. It's been a good day. And now ready to live stream. So be online for a bit. I am not sure if I'm gonna upload the evening video. It's usually the cycle and macro video. Now on the macro, we quite often talk about the weekly time frame, which is the macro. And then only the cycle would be new. But the thing is that the cycle didn't change. So probably in this live stream, I want to talk about the cycle and the macro and the lower time frame so that we all condense it in here instead of a separate video where you kind of don't see anything new compared to last week, if you know what I mean. So I think that is the plan. So I'll be live streaming for a bit longer then, of course, right? I'm going to be online for about 2 hours, and we're just going to do monthly, weekly time frame, 4-hour time frame. We're going to have a look at what's happening locally, but honestly, you can't really do too much yet, but at least we're going to talk about it, right? So, yeah, going to give you all in one, exactly. How you doing, everyone? Water, very nice. So, Serega, Julie TV fanboy, how you doing? Serega, I'm doing good. How are you? Bina Darabzand. How you doing? Welcome. Milo, Malon. Goed dat je erbij bent. Mark. Goedemiddag. Moho, good afternoon. Moneyzilla. Welcome. AI background. I actually don't know because I got this one from... Well, I was Googling on backgrounds and I got onto a page where there were many different backgrounds. So I downloaded a couple of new ones and this one was one of them. So I guess it is an AI generated background, yeah. Samuel Lopez, welcome. Good to have you here. Alias Trenta, what's up? X1 Event Horizon. Gregor, Milo, weekend is crazy indeed. Welcome, guys. Lucian, hello. Rob, good morning from LA. Beautiful LA, other side of the world. Was there in 2022, October. Had a great time. Turkey, been there once as well. Twice, actually. Istanbul, and I had a week of holiday many years ago on the western coast. Birker, I think we're making an order block on a 1 hour before going down. Let me have a look here. I mean, your 1 hour order block would be all the way here at the moment, which is close. Yeah, it's close to the 618, which invalidates a wave 4. So that would be quite high. But potentially you're talking about this one here maybe. Arguably, you are correct there. Yeah, of course, you want to close it green. Still 44 minutes for that to happen, of course. So, yeah, let's see what price, of course, is going to give us. So we're going to do Elliott Waves in a second. Just saying hi to you all. Christian, welcome. Pomit, good afternoon. Welcome. Ooh. You guys coming hot, eh? Holy shit, there's 100 people, not even live for 10 minutes. That's unusual. Can imagine that a lot has happened last night, no? Do you have an allotment for your garden? I don't know what an allotment is, actually. I've never heard of that word. Is that like a tool? Crypto Aman, welcome. Mr. Friends, Dumpy Booty Boy, your name was a signal, no? I will give it all in one. Yeah, Persio, what's up? Samith, good to have you here once again. It's been a while indeed. How are you? Shit, you must be getting close to the blue badge now as well. There's no blue badges yet because that's the 6-month membership. But there's many that are getting close now. And hi, B channel, what's up? Birker, of course. Irnut Sandu, welcome back again. Made it for the beginning of the stream, but we'll have to go and cook some tuna steak. Not bad. Cook me one as well. Sasha Cosmo, what's up? I do love tuna steak, though. We eat it actually quite often. Irnut, a quick question. You mentioned there was a lower volume, but on Bybit it was actually higher volume. Okay, that's interesting. So there's a difference between the two. That's interesting. If it's higher volume, right, preferably a wave 3 has the highest volume, not a wave 5. So we can have a look at it. I do prefer the Coinbase chart. And not to forget that the Bybit chart wicked below the previous low, which also can explain the increasement in volume because you wicked the stop losses there and the liquidity, which Bybit or which Coinbase did not do just yet. So that's interesting. Looking forward to the wave. Bitcoin oversold yet? We're going to talk about Elliott Waves, but we are at the lower edge of the range at the moment. Of course, power of 3, we kind of broke down as well, and one can expect eventually on the higher time frames to move it up. But we're going to talk about the waves, don't you worry. Starting time, yes. Gonna explain this. What's up, FYR? Rigoberto, welcome. Thomas, Polar Bearman, blow off top is expected later, not sooner. Interesting, no? Absolutely. My Discord link is working, but probably your account is younger than 3 days, which is an auto ban against scammers. So likely you are one of these people. So there you go, unbanned, because it's an auto ban in there. Will you trade? I'm already trading. Is today's range locally? Yeah, we're going to talk about it. I don't yet want to go in detail. Desha, what's up? How you doing? Sherry, how you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. David, Kun, since you were in the short, were you sleeping good last night without any stress? That price came almost near to the entry. Not to my entry. I mean, I was already in the short anyway, so when my alarms were going off, I was like, okay, we're in profit. Took a take profit at 62. Wait, actually, I wrote that here. My alarm went off, took a take profit at 62,615, which was here. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's go. But I might be looking at it incorrectly. Yeah. Flotty, welcome. Schnitzel boy. Mark and Flotty. Okay, let's go. We are going to start on the monthly time frame, and I'm going to open another chart to talk about the cycle, because in this live stream, what we're going to do is include the cycle count. Now, usually Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central European Time or 8 p.m., I upload the cycle, macro, and high time frame Elliott Wave count in a video of about 10 minutes, but nothing really changed. But I do want to at least talk about the cycle for the new members on the channel as well, like the new subscribers and everyone. So we're going to go to the cycle first, do the monthly chart, then to the weekly, then to the 4-hour, and then we're going to have a look locally at what's up. Okay, so we're going to do the whole thing in one live stream. So let me put this there and bear. Okay, that's good. And now I'm going to open another chart. Organizing. Because I need to get my monthly chart, which is this one here. Oh, that's the very old, my old Kuhn analysis. I need to have these ones here. Okay. Just read this box in case you're like, but Kuhn, that's not the low. I know, but I actually don't really like I like very clean charts, and because the cycle count does not change at all by having this leg here, you know, I don't use it. I did use it for the fibs though, because I measure from like $1, $0, but I don't use it for the count. So okay, anyway, that being said, It's actually, not gonna lie, it's actually nice to have a red candle forming here after so many green ones. Not sure if it's gonna finish red, but hey, it's not bad. Let's start, and we're gonna start with the bullish scenario. Timestamp, good point, 13 minutes and 20 seconds. Anoop, welcome. Oh wait, I already said welcome. Perko, welcome, good to have you here. Thought Drifter, timestamp, thank you. Antonio, Avino, try to put upside down. I never really do that. I know some people do, but okay. 13 minutes and 14 seconds as the starting time. Okay, so on the cycle, right, the full chart, in case you're wondering, okay, we are looking for either a triple 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and another wave 1 in blue, then a bear market in 2 and continuation, or a 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, 5, but that is an alternative for me at the moment. So in both cases, you still expect upside locally, and depending on the move that we get to the upside more locally, that is when we, on the cycle, can get a better idea if we are looking for wave 1 or wave 5. But the price action is going to be quite similar, as you expect a drop after both, but after a wave 5, you expect a deeper drop. So it doesn't really matter what count you have, because in the end you'll expect a drop anyway. So at the moment, this is the one that I have on my chart, right? We have a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, looking for the blue one, which is of course the bull market that we're then in. Then you're looking for the blue 2, bear market, and continuation. No? Now, if we want to have a better idea of when this wave 1 or the bull market is going to finish, it's best to compare the previous bull markets with one another in time. And you do that by using the FIB time, trend-based FIB time tool. This one over here, if you don't have it in your favorites bulk, it is over here, right? So what I have done is I've compared yellow with red, green with yellow, and then for blue, we got the same FIB times. But let me explain. So for the yellow vertical line, you see the 0.786, that one is taken from the low, right? I did check the index chart, so I actually made sure to use the right date, to the high over here, right? And the yellow bull market is actually a little bit shorter than the red one in time, 0.786. Now the green one is exactly the same amount of time. Take a FIB time from the low to the high to the low. Green is the same amount of time as yellow. So therefore, also for the blue one, I do want to use the 786 and the 1-to-1. So these, of course, are here on my chart. For a little bit of flexibility, I also put the 0.618 on my chart over here, right? Could arguably also put something behind the 1-to-1, but we'll see. The 1-to-1 is sitting October 2025, 786 March 2025, 618 September 2024. So most of the time of this potential high of the bull market would be in 2025, which of course is then next year. So we still have pretty much a full year of bull market based on that estimation, except for the 0.618, which is September this year. Now, when we then look at price, right, we also compare the previous bull markets with one another. And what is interesting here on the log chart, of course, is that each bull market extended to the 0.618 trend-based Fib extension. The yellow one is taken from the low to the high of red 1 to the low of red 2. 0.618, pretty much the top over here. The green one taken from the low to the high to the low. 0.618, very nicely respected. You can also see that the bear markets 236, 382, 0.5 are becoming a bit deeper each time, right? So the highs are actually becoming shallower, while the bear markets are becoming deeper, right? From a logarithmic perspective. And also make sure to put your fibs on log as well, right? We're on a monthly time frame here. So therefore, naturally, because of the two 618s over here, of course, I also use the 618 here. Now this 618 taken from the low to the high to the low. Estimation for this one, about 105k. But for a bit of flexibility, I always like to have a bit of a range. I also put the 786 on the chart, 180k pretty much, right? 177. So this is my first area of interest. to look for potential highs, and also depending on time, right? As I mentioned time just now, depending on where we are once we hit September 2024. So where are we going to be by the end of the year? We don't yet know, right? But based on where we are on the chart in September, we can get a better idea of how good this target area is going to be. And of course, it's a big range, right? It's an 80K target. But on the lower time frames, we will be able to be more precise and more precise as more info comes in. No? Now, after the one over here, we then expect a move to the downside, bear market in the wave 2. And based on previous bear markets, you would expect it to go to at least the 0.5 Fibonacci, which of course, the price of the 0.5 would depend on the high of your 1. If I, however, for the fun and giggles, take a Fibonacci from the low to, let's say, 100K, I mean, you do the math, right? You know what the 0.5 is going to be. Which one am I going to use here? 1 second. I'm going to turn this off, on, and log. We are on a log chart, so it's of course a little bit different. So on the log chart, from the low to the 105K 0.618 target would be 40.6K. Target being 180K, right? Then we're talking about 53K. So that's of course quite a big move to the downside. But what is big nowadays? We also went from 69 to 15, so just saying. So yeah. Interesting. But of course, the higher one goes, the higher the bear market target is going to be as well. Okay, so now let's then zoom in to this structure, and we go to the weekly time frame, where we then have our finish, remember, green 1 and green 2, right? Green 1, green 2. Those are these pivots, 1, 2, right? And we're now looking for that blue wave 1. We're looking for price to move towards the upside. Starting with this bullish scenario here, we have a double 1-2 on this chart. 1-2, 1-2. We look for continuation. Wave 3 here is finished. Looking for this green wave 4. Target area for your wave 4 is still a big target area, as you can see. Yeah, we have a bit of a drop to the downside, but look at the target area, right? 0.236 to the 0.5 taken from the low to the high, which is between 63.3K, 53.3K, invalidation 49.3K, right? After this wave 4, we expect continuation to the upside in a wave 5. Because wave 1 and 3 are quite similar in length, it opens the door for this wave 5 to be potentially extended and be the longest and strongest wave in this impulsive structure inside the yellow wave 3. After yellow 3, we expect a multi-month range again in yellow 4, and then a move to the upside in a wave 5. The most bullish scenario, however, would be a triple 1-2 here. Right, we have the first wave 2 retracing to the 236.382, second one as well, and naturally therefore I also put for the second or the third one these targets on the chart. Dipping deeper though is completely normal for a wave 2. So here we are still looking for a big wave 3 to the upside, which is a lot more bullish compared to this one. Now what's the difference? Volume. That's what we're going to pay attention to. If price is going to take this high and we are going to have increased volume, simply use the volume indicator on TradingView here. New highs coming and we see an increasement in volume, then we can look for extensions either in a wave 3 or a potential extended wave 5. Just for comparison, right? This is then what you're looking for. Pretty much this volume candle where we are right now. And then as price moves up, volume might start a little slow, but you see continuous increasement in volume and eventually, especially the average volume. By the way, this is a smaller bump, but look at the volume here. It's not really going down, right? Up, down, up, and even up further. So that is what we're going to be looking for if you're going to look for an extension to the upside and much, much higher prices, no? Now, let's stick to the bullish scenarios, but then zoom into the 4-hour chart. So in this scenario, right? And hopefully I explain it in such a way so you can follow it from high to lower time frame. What I'm going to show you now, the count in this range, is then a sub-degree of either your wave 4, and we look for a move to the upside in wave 5 after this is finished, right? Or 2 up in 3, okay? So the flat here is a bullish count because this is a corrective count, and after a correction, you expect continuation. So in this scenario here, we have a regular flat, 3 wave A, 3 wave B, 5 wave C. 0.9 is a target for a regular flat, right? Taken from the high to the low of this wave A. Common target area for your wave C is between the 1 and the 1.236 trend-based fib extension, taken from the high to the low of A to the high of B, with the 1.618 here being an extension target. Now the target area here is between 59.7 and 56.6, and the extension target is 51.6. We have some additional support to the downside. We are at support, by the way, which is this white box here holding nicely on the chart, which is between 61.8k and 62.9k. Of course, we already wicked through it, so all of the supports that I had over here have been touched, but I keep it on the chart. I make it white just to show it's been hit, just like I did here as well, right? We hit the resistance, move to the downside, hitting support right now over here. To the downside, we have support at the 1.618 down here, 51.6, 51.9k, but that is still a very deep target, and it might look empty here. However, we have a weekly gap in this area. On the weekly time frame, we have this order block candle, quick move to the upside, and then this is the next candle. This is the high of the gap, this is the low of the gap. High of the gap is 59.2k. Important support if you're gonna start closing candles over here, right? Daily candles, probabilities increase to move to the downside to 53k. You're gonna fill that gap, right? Which then also increases probabilities to hit this order block and move potentially to the extension target. So that is quite interesting. We're of course not there yet. Now we are just ranging at 64k, stabilized after the move of yesterday. But I do think it's good to know what the supports are towards the downside, as it looks empty, but we actually have important support in that area. Okay, when we are looking for a wave C, we want to see a 5-wave impulsive structure to the downside. Now, in a regular flat, we want price to take the low of wave A. On my chart, that didn't happen. On Bybit, it did. And it does remind me in a way of what we had at 24k. Let me go down, move to 24, where I remember also here, we actually, on my chart, did not wick below 24k. But if we go to Bybit, and for the Bybit traders, you will know. On Bybit, you did wick below that low. Okay, comparison to where, I don't know what these lines are actually. I'll just remove them. So on my Coinbase chart, we didn't take the low, right? But here we did. Quite interesting. So let's see what price is gonna do. Bybit with the wicks, eh? Bybit with the wicks. Interesting. That's the wrong one. Go back. However, of course, naturally, you're looking for that low to be taken on all of the charts so that you have a nice regular flat structure and all the charts are in sync with one another, right? This is quite an important low. This is quite common. If one of the bigger charts is going to take that low, that other charts will follow. And on my chart, at least for now, we haven't hit that. If we then zoom into this wave C to the downside here, right? We are looking for an impulse, right? A 5-wave structure, 3, 3, 5, right? Zigzag, complex, 5-wave impulse to the downside. Impulse, this is what we're looking for. So let me go to the 1 hour. So we have our wave 1 finished, wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Let's put the volume on. At the moment, and that's actually quite nice, this is your wave 3, this is your wave 5 inside your wave 3, right? We have blue, higher degree count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in blue, that's your high degree, and then your white is your lower degree count. This is your wave 3 of 3. Wave 3 in a impulse, by far most commonly, has the highest amount of volume. It's the biggest, strongest move. So we have a good amount of volume over here. Now on the 1 hour, you can see we actually have higher volume, but on the 15 minute, we have lower volume. It's quite difficult to read exactly what the chart wants, right? I do like a little bit more detail with the 15 min. So I prefer to say, okay, we have lower volume. It also works nicer for an impulse where we then have a 3, 4, and a 5, where wave 5 is made on lower volume compared to wave 3, which is most common. So that's actually what we're looking for. Now, in a scenario where we then still move down to reach the most common target for wave C minimum and go below wave A as shown, we're looking for a wave 4. Common target for your wave 4 is a 236 to the 05. We're currently hovering around the 382, as you can see over here. Hit it multiple times. 05 is still above 66k. Invalidation, that's your most important level, 67.3k, the 0.618. If price is going to hit this level before taking this low, probabilities increase to move towards the upside or at least sideways. It doesn't mean, oh, we hit this level, new all-time highs immediately, right? Up we go, straight line YOLO. We wait, of course, from an Elliott Wave point of view, what's price going to do when it hits the level, right? Do we get a little bit of a retracement, bit of a range, and then we move up? That would make a lot more sense. However, if the low would be in, and you're looking for a 1, 2, 1, 2 now, and eventually a wave 3, you would expect a big push. So we have to wait and see how price is going to react once it hits the 0.618. It's just for probability's sake. If you hit this level before the low, probabilities are changing towards the upside, right? And not the downside. As long as price does not take this low, naturally probabilities would be higher to take the low, as we on this chart didn't actually take the low of your wave A, right? And we also have a move here that ended on high volume. So it would actually be nice to have another low on lower volume. But it also depends on the range. So probabilities would naturally be higher for downside before upside in a wave C, because you didn't hit the wave C common target area. You didn't go below wave A on my chart. You did on Bybit, but not on this chart, Coinbase. And we are currently just ranging over here. We are going to talk about the bullish scenario. Of course, actually, this is the bullish scenario, not going to lie. You go down and you go up, right? You finish the impulse and eventually you expect to move back towards the upside. However, the most bullish scenario, which is an alternative at the moment, right? Not preferred, not yet at least, would be that this range here is not a wave 4, but you're going to have either one of 3 options, okay? You're going to have an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have a diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go down because this is your 1, this is your 2, and then you move up. Or you're going to have a double 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, maybe another one, and then you move up, right? So this is what we have to look for. If you make an important low and we want to be bullish, it has to be one of these 3. So let's have a look. I don't really like to go below the 15-minute time frame, but for the sake of low time or this explanation, let's go to the 5. Okay. First option is an impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, what's this? Right, this looks better at the moment as a zigzag in an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a wave C. But if this is a 3-wave structure, then probabilities would be higher to take this low unless wave 4 of a diagonal is in, which it isn't, right? So probabilities here aren't that great for an impulse at the moment. If this is your wave 2, this is your 4. 4 is shorter than 2, which is uncommon, as usually a 4 is longer than wave 2. So it looks more 3-wavy than impulsive. Okay, if we think, hey, right, looks more 3-wavy than it looks impulsive, let's actually use a trend-based wave extension from, I actually want to quickly check as well. Yeah, okay, so we hit the 1.618, which is a target for a wave C as well in a potential ABC. Okay, cool. Now, with that in mind, okay, potential ABC to the upside. Then we have to think about a diagonal, where this is your 1, because a leading diagonal, meaning a diagonal that starts a new structure, leading diagonal only in a wave 1 or a wave A, right? We are here talking about a wave 1 then. If we have a 3-wave move to the upside, that can be part of a leading diagonal. A leading diagonal where you have a 3-wave 1, you want a 3-wave 2, 3-wave 3, 4, 5. All of the waves are 3-wave structures in this leading diagonal. A leading diagonal can also be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, or 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, right? So either 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, or all of the waves are 3. Wave 2 and 4 have to be a zigzag structure by all means. 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, right? So here we're then looking for a 1, 2, preferably finish, no, in a diagonal, and you want to move up for a 3, but you want to go below this high. Now, if we're moving up for a 3, then this is your A, this is your B. You still need a C. Got to be honest here that your wave B is starting to be very long. Taking a fib time, let's have a look here. From the low to this high, we double click. It's starting to approach the 3 fib time of wave A, right? This is your 1, 2, and then 3 would be quite long. A 3 fib time is not yet an invalidation, but it does start to become a bit long. But you want to see a move to the upside to have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish 1. Correction 2, up for 3. Potential, right? But it's early to call. I prefer to look for diagonals when a wave 4 is in. Meaning I want to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, preferably overlap with wave 1. Then I'm like, okay, diagonal potential 5, right? We are not even at 3 yet, so you need to wait. And then finally, we have the 1, 2. Now, a double 1, 2 in that case would be a 1, 2, 1, 2. But then, of course, this has to be an impulse, which is the alternative at the moment. Depending on what we see in the future, that might change. But this looks better as a 3-waver than an impulse. 1, 2, 1, 2. Your second wave 2 is longer than your first wave 2. Is a little uncommon for a double 1, 2. Reason is that your first 1, 2 is the higher degree Elliott wave count, and your second 1, 2 is the lower degree Elliott wave count. But the first 1, 2 can be a zigzag, short, deep, simple corrective structure, while your second wave 2 can be a more complex, drawn out, shallow corrective structure, which therefore means your second wave 2 is going to be longer in time than your first wave 2, even though it is a lower degree wave 2. No? Also, this wave 2 is not yet too long to be an invalidation for a double 1, 2. So the bullish scenarios are alternatives at the moment compared to the continuation down. And we'll see what Monday is going to bring, right? Monday might actually be quite volatile as well because of everything that happened. And what I think is quite, in a way, interesting as well is only Bybit actually took this low. That's quite annoying. But, of course, we were in a range for a long time. And then you want to grab the liquidity, move up, power of 3. Probably many people here will know that, which is quite interesting. But yeah, we didn't take the low on my chart. So at the moment, bearish scenarios have the higher probabilities locally. Bullish ones alternative. But hopefully you know what to look for, right? And keep an eye on the 618. Hitting that 618, probabilities switch. As simple as that. That's your invalidation, which is 67.3K. Hit this before the low, probability switch, no? Okay. One more thing, and then I'm finished with the bullish scenarios. Then we're going to talk about Bitcoin to zero. So one more thing is that this wave 4, right? Generally, a wave 4 is longer in time than a wave 2. At the moment, this 1, this 2, for then a flat here in wave 2. Taking a fib time from the low of 1 to the high of 2 to the low of 3 to compare 2 in time with 4 in time. As generally wave 4 is longer, you prefer to see it end after the 1-to-1, which is Monday, tomorrow, at noon, Central European time. Minimum, usually. Doesn't have to, it's not a must, it's not a rule, it's a guideline. It's by far most common for wave 4 to be longer. If I do take a fib time from this low to the high of 2 and then put it here, then we already passed the 1-to-1. So that's interesting. I do prefer counting this as a flat though, but if this would be the low of 1, we already passed the 1-to-1. So let's see what Monday is going to bring. We have more information by noon. No? Okay, very clear, I think. What is this brush? Probably not too important. Key. Oh, right. We can remove that. Okay. Let's talk about the bearish scenarios. Oh, by the way, on the weekly time frame, bullish scenarios remain a higher probability scenario. The two that I explained earlier, right? That's currently the highest probability scenario. Locally, highest probability scenario is the flat. Locally, highest probability is the impulse down. And you know what to look for? 618 to change these probabilities, okay? Okay, that being said, we go back to the cycle and talk about doom. Bitcoin, discount. Okay, not the highest probability. But as an Elliott Wave analyst, you always need a bullish and a bearish scenario. If an Elliott Wave analyst is not talking about a bullish and a bearish scenario and can't give you probabilities, it's not a good analyst, okay? So let's start then with the bearish scenario. The bearish chart would be a finished impulsive structure to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, wave 5 finished. I think actually that Prechter was talking about this scenario in an interview that I saw where he was like, looks like wave 1 is finished and we go for a deep retracement. Of course, now the high has been taken here. But I actually think Prechter, by the way, for the ones that don't know him, he is the author of Elliott Wave Principle, Frost and Prechter. Cool. So the time was, by the way, RS Miller, 13 minutes and 40 seconds. That's when I started. We already did all the bullish stuff. Now we go to the bearish stuff. Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, impulsive structure to the upside. We're looking for a deeper retracement in a wave 2. In this case, a flat, which I'll show you on the weekly time frame, right? And usually on the lower time frames, generally the common target 50-min time frame, 1 hour time frame for a wave 2 is the 05 to the 786, which on the monthly doesn't make sense, as is $400 to $20 doesn't make sense. But what you can see, the first wave 2 here retraced to the 236, which is about here, right? Didn't even touch the 382. Second retracement hit the 382. So also naturally for this even bigger wave 2, as this is a higher degree Elliott Wave count compared to the yellow count. Yellow is a sub-degree. So for this wave 2, the 236 is important, right? And this wave 2 should not go below 3K in this case. The 236 sitting at the 6K, below 3K would be like unimaginable as well. It can, but very low that probabilities that happens. 0.236 is sitting at 6K. There is support above, which I'll show you in a second, but that is, for me, the maximum target. Now, time-wise, a wave 2 most commonly ends after the 0.382, taken from the beginning to the end of the impulse, which is sitting on Monday, September 2025. Okay, we zoom in. How do we get down there? One second. I actually want to check if I have a... Yes. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm going to organize my stuff here. I want this. I'm going to put two maps together, two folders. There we go. Beautiful. Let's see. I'm adding something else here. I'll keep this 618 on my chart as I do want to talk about it. Okay, there we go. A little bit of extra information compared to what I share usually. So cool. The bearish scenario, when we zoom in, right, when we are looking for that even deeper wave 2 on the macro or on the cycle, right, we're looking for a flat here. 3 wave in A, either a W, X, Y, X, Z or flat, but I prefer the straight line here. Then we have a 3 wave move in B, regular flat target, fibs here taken from the high to the low of A between the 1 and the 105 is your common target for a regular flat, even though an expanding flat is more common and a target for B and an expanding flat is above us, 98.2k to 122k. And then we're looking for a wave C to the downside, right? Now for a regular flat, your common target for C is between the 1 and the 1.236, 16.5, 11.6, with the 1.618 being an extension. So this is also still a target for wave C. What's interesting though is that the golden pocket taken from the low to the high over here, right, high of the bull market there, is in confluence with the value area high of a multi-year volume profile. Incredible support around 10k. But that then means that we need an impulsive structure to the downside locally, as a wave C is an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then eventually a wave 5. For a wave C in a regular, I'm going to hold that thought, a wave C, right, in a regular or an expanding flat has to go below A. Only a running flat, preferably B, goes above A, which is the case. Only in a running flat do you not take the low of A. Running flat is the most rare flat pattern where you have an A, B, C doesn't go below A and you continue. The 0.618 for a C is then an important target at about 29 to 30k. Let's then zoom in. As mentioned just now, in this scenario, you want to see an impulse to the downside, right? And that starts on the 15-minute, 1-hour time frame. That is where you want to see your impulse. So let's actually go to the 4-hour and talk about this impulse. I know I said 1 hour, 15 minutes, but I'm talking about this one. Because this structure on the lower time frame here, 15-minute, 1-hour time frame, probabilities are higher. This is corrective than impulsive. Remember at the beginning or earlier in this stream, we were talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a diagonal or double 1, 2, and then a drop in this case. An impulse can't be counted, too much overlap. Diagonal, potential, but your wave 3 here is the shortest if we look at a 1, 3, 5, and a 3 is not allowed to be the shortest. And in a double 1, 2 or triple 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, you want to see a move down, we went back up. So higher probability, it's corrective compared to impulsive, which therefore increases probabilities to go for the highs sooner or later. However, what I like, or what for me impacts the probabilities actually even more, is the 886 touch. 886 is taken from the high to the low of wave 1. The 886 is a rare target for a wave 2. It's a common target for a wave B or a wave X. Increasing the probabilities, any move to the downside of the 886 is a wave C or Y, which is part of a corrective structure, increasing the probabilities that later price moves back towards the upside, continues to trend to take the high at 74k. However, as we do have to talk about the bearish scenario, let's just cover this, right? We have a wave 1, we have a wave 2, we want to see a wave 3. Preferably in this wave 3, the ranges that you see here are multiple 1-2s, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, because we want to see a very high volume drop to the downside. Commonly, your minimum target for 3 is the 1.618 trend-based fib extension taken from the high to the low to the high at 51.6k. The minimum rule is that wave 3 is not allowed to be the shortest wave of 1, 3, and 5. Okay? But if we are looking for a wave C to the downside, below 15k and all that sort of stuff, you better get a very massive, big extended wave 3 that blows past the 1.618. Right? Like that's literally something that you want to see in that case. So that this would be a minimum target. And that therefore means you prefer to have these as 1-2s and you still have the highest volume move coming. Ooh, okay. Anything else to add? That was the bearish scenario. So probabilities on the weekly time frame, because the macro in the end, or the cycle monthly follows the weekly pretty much. So on the weekly time frame, probabilities are higher that we are going to see upside. On the 4-hour time frame where we are right now, probabilities are highest for the flat scenario, right? And locally on the 1 hour, probabilities are highest for the impulse. You know the invalidation for that impulse, the 618 at 67.3K. Hit that level, probability switch to the upside, okay? Voilà, mon ami. C'est tout. Okay. The only reason I have these on my, or in a folder, by the way, is, and also this. Let me just, is because on the 15 min, volume is lower. And I just keep an eye on these fibs for the potential of a double 1-2. Because the common target for wave 2s is the 05 to the 786. Here we hit the golden pocket, here the 05. As mentioned, it's not the highest probability locally, but I do like to keep an eye on what happens because we did make a lower low on lower volume on this chart. Right? I think Bybit has a higher volume low. Arguably, that's also because of taking that low on Bybit. It has a much bigger wick. From a CVD perspective, I prefer to wait for a range and more information. The range is still young. We do have bullish CVDs here, which is cool, but we went down on high volume. So I prefer to be very patient here. Keep an eye on the 618, keep an eye on the low. Wait for price to show me more clarity here. Yeah, of course, if we are looking for a double 1-2 to the upside, the bullish CVD would be a first sign. Arguably this move, and this is why I have this is why I have these fibs on the chart, is that this move up looks like an impulsive structure in a way. Even though this one doesn't look like a nice impulse, this one doesn't look too bad. So that is why I at least have these fibs on my chart to track a potential double 1-2 and upside. I mean, the invalidation is very easy, of course. The invalidation is priced in a double 1-2 taking this low, right? Taking this low here and a double 1-2 is invalidated. And likely you're going to go down anyway. So it's quite an easy invalidation. But at least now you know why I have these fibs on my chart, no? Okay, lots of chatting. But there you go, everyone. There you go. Everything covered in about 50 minutes. Okay, we started at, let's go into chatting and Q&A. Okay, that's for the newcomers, right? They at least know when I started the analysis. Okay, let's talk. Let me shortly go up, see what you guys have been up to. This is where we were. Ah, you were in the voice channel. I did see some people in the voice channel when price was dumping, but I was already in bed. Ah, on the 1 hour. Yeah, on the 1 hour it's bigger as well. Is it more relevant? Both the 1 hour and the 15 is solid because you don't want to go to the 4 hour because then you can't see the sub waves anymore. Like it becomes a bit, it's not detailed enough really on a 4 hour. So I would go for the 1 hour or the 15 minute because you do want to count the waves. So if you cannot count the waves anymore, as in also the sub degree here, then you're too high with the volume. So I prefer to use the 1 hour max or go down to a 15 where you have a bit more detail. So it's interesting, right? On the 1 hour higher, on the 15 lower. Yeah. Is this on? No, I thought so. There we go. Wait, let me organize my shit here. Boop, boop. I want to keep an eye on what price is doing. What's up, Otter Gang? How are you doing? Alex, brought your lads here. Good to see you, man. How's live in Canada? Yeah, what's up, Otter Gang? How you doing, yo? Good to have you here. Potentially GOG, potentially. I think you're just calling. I want to go to the bottom. Make sure to follow your plan. If that is your plan, then of course follow the plan. What's up, Ilkun? Did you end up shorting? I didn't short any. I was already short. So I explained in the beginning of the live stream yesterday, was it? Yeah. I explained in the live stream why I went short. 1 second. Where did I go short? Oh, I have to check my app. I don't have a... Oh, wait, no, of course. I have my thing open. 1 second. I went short at 68,694.4. So that's where I shorted. I also explained why. So I've just been holding on to the short. I have 2 small TPs taken, or 2 TPs, and I'm just observing. Stop loss in profit. Yeah. But yesterday I didn't take a new one. I'm happy with what I got, you know. Don't want to be too greedy. Hong Kong ETF joining us. So can you check the same structure of this wave 4 on the 5 minute? Yeah, I kind of went over this with the potential of it being an impulsive structure. Keeping an eye on the double 1 too. But it doesn't change anything on the 5 minute. So it's just quick move up, horizontal, potential impulse correction. But I just, because we are moving down on volume as well, I want to see the 618 hit. From an Elliott Wave perspective, that's the safest option. Probabilities for this is low. Probabilities are higher to move up. Gonna be on 420. Yeah, I'm curious to see what Monday is gonna do. I agree with all the shit that's happening. What's up, everyone? Johnny Iliagos, welcome. Rostam. I'm still holding sell 71,600. Very nice. Good entry as well. Make sure to also manage the trade well. What about the bull flag on the daily? It looks like it rejected. Yeah, so the bull flag is the same as continuation from an Elliott Wave point of view. How do you define an impulse? I mean, that's of course an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most commonly, wave 2. Let me actually put it on the chart because for clarity's sake, of course. Most common for a wave 2 is that a wave 2 is short, deep, simple. Right? So it's usually a zigzag. That's a simple corrective structure. Wave 4, most commonly, is shallow, complex, and longer in time. In an impulse, inside wave 1, inside wave 3, and inside wave 5, you can count 5 waves. Right? So you can count a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 5. Wave 4 is a corrective structure, 2 is a corrective structure. Impulses are generally the quick moves, where wave 3, by far most commonly, is extended and has the highest amount of volume. So your volume chart is going to be like a bit of a bump, wave 2, a bit of a move down. Then you have wave 3, volume increasing, most volume. Then you start a wave 4, volume going down. Then you have a wave 5 to the upside, bit of an increase. Generally though, wave 5 has lower volume, but it makes a new high, right? That's an impulse. So those like quick structures. Not to forget, by the way, that a single impulse doesn't yet mean anything, right? You can have a zigzag, which is a 535, which is an impulse and an impulse within the middle of correction. That's a corrective structure. You can have a double zigzag. These are tricky. 5, 3, 5, W, correction in X, and another 5, 3, 5 in a wave Y. These can generally mimic an impulse to the downside. They can look quite alike. So yeah. Not looking at it as a leading diagonal. I prefer a single impulse there with a flat in wave 2 in that case. But that's a preference. So I'm not looking at it as a diagonal on the daily time frame. Right? You're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probably, I guess. But this is an impulsive structure to the downside. My impulse ends here, not here. This is a correction, flat, in that case. So then we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Corrections, extended 1. Pop, pop, pop. You took it as a double 1 too. Yeah, I mean risk is generally quite low, no? So yeah. Indicators for trading view for beginners. Probably you're gonna go with the RSI, MACD, money flow indicator. Those are the most common, I think. No, I never use indicators, but those are the ones that like everyone knows, I guess. A shooting bullish star formation. Yeah, I don't really trade candlestick patterns, but yeah, we are at support here. So this is my support area, which is also the reason why I took a TP. Hasta la vista, Barbie. How are you doing? Serega, would you like to arrange a meeting with Subscribe after the bull market ends? Everyone will be happy and content. Absolutely. I mean, I've already had questions in the past of, hey, you want to organize an event or that sort of stuff. Now, an event is of course a bigger thing. I mean, an event can be small as well, but it takes a lot of time to organize something like decent. But yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. Also, of course, when I travel to other countries, I always say where I go, when I go, and if people are there and want to meet up, I'm happy to see if I can fit something in my agenda. But yeah, absolutely. Contrarian, how are you doing? By the end of the bull market, by the way, I mean, this channel, of course, I don't know how quick things go, but we are almost at 10K already in about a year. Yeah. I have no idea how the algorithm causes the growth, but it's been a quick trip. It's like it goes like this hockey stick effect, right? Like it starts slow, 1 sub, sky bear, 5, 10, 50, holy moly. Downward scenario, probability based on a very strong down. The first wave, I don't really know what you mean. PTA, pivot. Milo, the first wave on the 50-min of the lows of the crash. How is that not impulsive? I see 5 waves, probably an A wave. It can be an impulse. Look, it looks that. Watch out with zigzags. Don't get confused here with potential zigzags. How can it not be impulsive? You see the structure, right? For an impulse, you want to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can be a wave 4, but this can be a lower degree wave 2 as well, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, you have A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a wave C, making this an ABC instead of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is your wave 2, where is your wave 4? It's not that the wave 4 is not there at all. that's only something we know at a later stage. So that is why I prefer looking at this structure than this one. This one looks better as an impulse than this one. This one looks more 3-wavy. This one looks more like a 5-wave type of structure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and corrective structure. So I prefer looking at this compared to this. Can this be an impulse? Yeah, but definitely also an ABC. And that is why I like to give the range some time, keep my eyes on the 618. And this one is the one that makes me think about a double 1-2, which I mentioned earlier. So, but that is of course the bullish scenario, right? Compared to the bearish one. The 618 is the invalidation of the bearish one. That's the safest option from an Elliott Wave point of view. Can you help me with so Albert, first of all, welcome. I don't know what ENA is. ENATA. Can you help me with TA? Maybe you just mean general technical analysis. But in that case, there's so many different ways of analyzing the chart, Albert, that I think the best thing that you can do is the following 6 steps. Okay, chat, are you prepared? The people that know, get the notebooks out and the pencils. I gotta say it. So if you're new to trading or new to technical analysis, follow these 6 steps, okay? You're not in a hurry. The market ain't going anywhere. Yeah, of course, it goes up and down, but it will be here as well, right? But build a strategy, build a plan, get experience in the market, get used to technical analysis. So step number 1 is try as many free tools as you can. You got loads in TradingView, indicators, and of course all the tools here, which are on the left side of the screen. You can also use external tools, but that would just be an extra. Start with TradingView first. Step number 2, build statistics on some of your favorite tools. So first step is use these tools and build experience with the tools. How do I use a trend line? How do I use a channel? What's a fixed range volume profile? I got a video about this one on my channel, right? The speed fan, Fibonacci. Step number 2 is build statistics on some of your favorite tools. Step number 3 is you combine some of those favorite tools and you build statistics on the combination. So now you're trying to build a strategy, no? Step number 4 is tweaking and adjusting. You add something, build statistics. You remove something, you build more statistics. Now you're trying to improve your win rate or risk to reward ratio. Step number 5 is you start trading your strategy with a low amount of money and work on your trading psychology. And step number 6 is you increase your portfolio size slowly to get used to bigger losses. Bigger winners is easy. Do these 6 steps, follow these 6 steps, and you have a high probability of being a constantly profitable trader as you're trading based on statistics, making life easy. The problem is, unfortunately, that many people wish they are a constantly profitable trader, but they don't want to put in the work. That's a bit unfortunate. There's no golden indicator or like a red dot or a green dot that's going to make you constantly profitable. Yeah, exactly. That could pump. We are starting, and that will lead us to. Yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what price wants to do. Keeping an eye on the 618 and the low, pretty much. So it's all probabilities, and I explained these probabilities in my analysis here. Also with what to look out for with regards to a switch and change in probabilities. It's actually interesting. Let me put that on the chart as well. Yeah, maybe. Quick question, Samuel Lopez. Why and when do some final 5 waves are labeled as ABC? You can only have a final 5th wave. I need to start this sentence differently. Wave 5 can only consist of three wave structures if it's an ending diagonal. So an ending diagonal is always a structure where all the waves are zigzags. So you have your wave 3, wave 4, and then you start your wave 5, right? 3, 4. This is the end of your 5, ending diagonal. This is the only way for a wave 5 to end with three wave structures. A wave 5 cannot end with a single ABC. What does that? So yeah, if you do count an ABC and then price moves back, you're in it. Then it was a zigzag, not a wave 5. Your comments are not blocked. It's probably some of the words that YouTube banned, or it is words that I have banned, not because you guys are bad, but it's because scammers generally use terminology which is quite rare in sentences, or they use very scammy type of words, and I usually I ban all of these. So yeah. Hyper Demon game. I'm not really, I used to be a professional gamer, but I actually don't really play. I prefer to work as my hobby. 180-degree shooter. 180-degree. That's an interesting one. I actually was watching earlier today during lunch. I was watching Lyric, and he is playing Mini Royale Alpha Playtest, which actually looks amazing. It's like a battle royale shooter where you're like, in the past when you had your army with all the green plastic little like puppets, like the green little guys, you play with that green guy, and you're playing in a bedroom or that sort of stuff. It's crazy. It's quite nice. Any chance again it dumps like yesterday? Yes, of course. That would be a wave 5. So there's absolutely a chance, right? There's always a probability. But if you hit the 618 on my chart at 67.3, probabilities are higher to move up instead of going below the wick low here. What's up, Moyat? How are you doing? 64,800 key level. Yeah, it's the... Oh, no, this is 65.4. I don't know, 64,800. Yeah, it's the 382, but... There are clear 3 steps down on the chart. How many steps could follow before double bottom? 3 steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, arguably you already finished the 5 step, which is your alternative, that your wave C is already finished here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 3. 3 would be maybe this as a finished 3 and then continue. Yeah. But the 618, that's an important one. Hit that level, probabilities increase for price to move to the upside. So far, only bullish divergences here at the low. We did go down on high volume, so it does decrease the probabilities a little bit for this pivot being trustworthy, but at least it's something to keep in mind. There we go. Save. Plop. Can you explain where was the change compared to the days before? When was the higher probability to take all-time high before taking low? Oh, I think I know what you mean. That's actually pretty much the reason when I went short. So yeah, you're talking about the bigger expanding flat, right? A, B, and then go down for the low, right? When did probabilities change? The invalidation for the expanding flat was price taking this low, which of course just happened, but that is quite late. So when price was moving down here, we hit the 886 from the low to the high, right? And we came down on high volume. Now wave C can end on high volume, right? But after seeing the range, probabilities were higher to move down. So you only know it relatively late because a regular flat is uncommon compared to an expanding flat. And this is your invalidation, which you only took a lot later. My short, however, was taken here as, remember, we had support resistance here. I actually explained stuff in the live stream. And we moved into support on increasing volume. So I was like, there's the potential for a wave 3 here. Because if we are looking for the bullish scenario in a expanding flat, we look for an A, B, C. And B is a wave, C is a 5-wave structure. So I was like, A, B, 1, 2, I'm looking for a 3. So that's why I went short. I saw increasing volume going into support. And then I was looking for a 4 and a 5. Now, because this was quite a straight line, I was looking for a wave 4 and another low, but wave 3 was so low already that another low would pretty much invalidate the expanding flat, so I just held on to my short. Yeah, it wasn't invalidated, the scenario I had. So it was a combination of the volume, the 886, thinking of an A, B, C, and B, but not really seeing a wave 4. And then eventually taking that low. So you as an Elliott Wave analyst as well, right? You got to be able to switch. So, and the moment I switched was here, not necessarily, oh, it's a regular flat now, but I saw the weakness, which gave me the opportunity to go short. And then I just follow price. Because what I wanted to see, here's another one. What I wanted to see for price moving up was price hitting this 0.618. Don't look at the scam wick on my chart. Other charts don't have it. So therefore, I do not take it into account in the analysis. I was looking for price to hit this level. Hit this level, and I'm looking for price to move up. So I was just waiting, you know. Stop loss was break even anyway. It was at the 618. And I was just chilling, but we never got there. So, yeah. Yeah, the wick came close, but the wick is like, it's a scam wick. And I don't trade on Coinbase, I trade on BingX. So, and there we didn't have any problems. Yeah, Warzone 3. It's a nice game. I played a lot of Call of Duty in the past, Modern Warfare 2, yo. Helps me get away from the charts. Yeah, I mean, I was a pro gamer in the past. I love playing games, especially when I'm with friends. But when I'm home, I prefer to work. Yeah, I love, like, I used to be a pro in Trackmania for 11 years. And I also casually played Rocket League and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but then the old one from 2009. What's up, Robot? How you doing? Yeah, I can imagine. Things are reset, no? From where do you measure the 618? This one here? This 618 is measured from this high to the current low. Because if we are looking for an impulse, then we look for a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So you want it from there to the low. Of course, there is the potential that we're already finished, right? That's the alternative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 1 are not overlapping. This is a scam wick, not visible on other charts. And then your 5-waver is finished, where again Bybit would have taken the low, but on Coinbase you again don't take the previous low, which is of course very interesting. So that is the alternative. Yeah. Charts actually calm me down. Yeah, I like look. It depends also on the time frame, I suppose. People look at the higher time frames are a lot more calm. Spot or low leverage for me, Erno. Yellow yup candles, complex double bottom. It is a complex sideways structure, yes. Barry, good evening. Good to have you here. Welcome. Barry Burgmeijer, probably Dutch. At least it sounds like. I don't know anything about computer games. I'm used to playing with Barbies. I already thought you were that guy. Dealey, hey Koens, hope your life is well. With all your big events lately. Yeah, thanks, man. It's been a great period. Is there any way we can still play the old Modern Warfare 2 online multiplayer? I have Steam, so one would need to add me on Steam. I haven't opened Steam in a while, and I think my friend list is still full, so I have to remove some people, but I can remove probably all 150 of them, or 200, or 250, or 4. I don't even know how many I have, but it's full. So, but yeah, I love playing some Modern Warfare 2, yo. Run around with the intervention and the Barrett and the UMP 500 silenced, yo. Or what, UMP 500, what? The UMP silenced. Yeah, good shit. Stopping power. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we can probably get a whole team in. Go on Twitch, have a play. Serega, so we can prick the weekly with an arrow. This is, but it's highly. Yeah, we don't like to close a daily candle inside the gap, preferably. Of course, the worst case is a weekly candle, but a daily is quite a high time frame as well, so it's not ideal if that happens. Yeah. It would increase probabilities to fill the gap if that happens. Bitcoin future up on the higher time frames. You play Dave the Diver. I don't know the game. Can we not be able to get a triangle forming there in the third wave? What do you mean with the third wave, Desha? You're talking here? 1, 2, 3. So you're talking about this structure, not looking for a triangle here though at the moment. Yeah, Bitcoin is indeed, it also passed the point of control here. So yeah, there is the potential for a bit more upside, value area high. Of course, this is something I've been thinking about as well earlier today, is you kind of have a quick move down, but you almost filled that move again to the upside. And if there is news, price does like to fill those news candles. So won't be surprised to see the 618 hit though. I would prefer a WXY sideways double combo in here, by the way. Did we take the high? Did we? Oh, we did. Bummer. WXY A, B, C. No, you don't like a flat B in A, B, C. Prefer a more complex structure. Not looking for a triangle here, at least. Let me actually check my Steam here. I don't even know my login, mate. Updating Steam. Yeah, I haven't been online for ages. Oh, checking for available updates. Oh, there is. Man, no. We're not gonna update 190 like MBs while being live. I'll do that afterwards. Want to save the internet connection for what we're doing. Yeah, I knew this would happen. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Let me know when it's finished, everyone, and we're back to normal. Are we back? I shouldn't have started a download. It's fine for me. Okay, cool. It still says poor stream status on YouTube, but okay. Yeah, I'll download that shit afterwards. Yeah, Dealey, are you in Discord by any chance? So my Steam username, I think, is koenzNL or Koens or Kuni, which is written like this. But I think it's koenzNL. I'm not sure. Or Koens. I think. What's my profile picture? Maybe it's my logo, or it's a guy in a white shirt, or it's my the one I use on YouTube often. It's something like this. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Shouldn't download. So with my day trading strats, Elliott Wave is more swingy, but with the day trading strategy, I also traded for short little, I'm mainly Bitcoin, I've always been. But based on results of other diamonds in the group that are using my strategy on Solana and Ethereum, they actually got very good results. So I was like, yeah, I might try it, but I don't really like to focus on multiple charts. So it's in there, but I actually don't really trade it anymore. So yeah, it's just in the list, I suppose. It's still in the trading list, yeah. Everyone pumped the thumb. Thanks, Dealey. It's good here. Gamer Dave TV, there you go. We got quite some gamers here, I can imagine. I mean, there's quite a link, I suppose, in the interest of gaming and crypto. You can take the player out of the game, but you can't take the game out of the player. That is correct. I like that one. I'll always have a weakness for playing games. I just enjoy it. I mainly like competitive games. I'm a competitive guy, and I played competitively for 11 years. So if you look for my name, Koens, on Google or YouTube, on YouTube you might actually find the channel, but on Google you'll find lots of other stuff. When are you looking at CVD? Do you also check open interest? I don't check open interest when looking at CVD. I just use CVD by itself. I actually had a moment in time where I did build statistics on CVD plus open interest on a 5-minute time frame, but it didn't give me any convincing results to use open interest while using CVD. So therefore I don't use it. Yeah, make it more simple, right? Less is more in that case. It's not Kuntje. It must be. Wait, I must be able to find it. No, Steam. I have no idea. Ooh. Let me try here. Okay. No. No. I have no idea. Okay, so it's probably not koenzNL. What can it be? Just Koens? No. Well, it's probably not Koens as well. Kuni then? Ah! Yes, that's it. Okay, here you go, guys. And then they send me an email. Okay, and then I need to verify the account. Oh yeah, I'll do that. However, guys, I'm not sure if my Steam friend list is full. Because if you add me, I'm not sure if I see your friend request when the friend list is full. So I'll have to remove some people, but I'll probably just remove most of the list, except for my friends that are in there and the people I have from my Trackmania history as well. Kunche. Oh. Many people actually like tend to, especially the South African side of the family likes to call me Kuni all the time because of the kids. The kids there, the young ones call me Kuni. How about this local bottom? Then we go at 78k, drop to 58. You're talking about a flat. So then this is A, you go up for B and then C. Gabriel, this is the bearish scenario if we move up. Correct. So if we would move up, hit 67.3, continue to the upside, then yes, this flat would be your A. You can go up for B and then down for C in a flat. Yeah. And then 82k to put the top. Oh no, wait. Okay, to put. Oh no, wait. This is changing it. The fact that you say the top here would mean that this is your second wave 4. But I generally don't really like a second wave 4 to go below the first wave 4. You can wick it potentially, but prefer to the range to hold generally. So if we do move up to 78, go down again, then I prefer the higher degree wave 4 to actually stay above 60k. Yeah. But I know what you're talking about, but I don't really see 82k at the moment as the top, as this would be 4, we then go up for 5, you then want another 4 and another 5. Yeah. Dominic, there's a join button below the live stream underneath the video. If you click that, then there's a video pops up where I explain all the different levels, and that is also where you can read all about it and join if you're interested. I don't like the YouTube layout change. It hides the thumb. Is there a layout change? How did I have no idea, of course, as I'm streaming, but I don't know. Yeah, no worries. I mean, at least you know my username now. I've never actually done on gold, but we can do that sometime during a altcoin / stock / whatever asset live stream that I will do once a month on the channel. Contrarian, yeah, I know. I saw. Can you check my 2 link counts if you want? I'll check them in the gold live stream, not on the public one here. So I'll make, because we focus on Bitcoin, and I'll make sure to reply to you, but I'll reply either in gold. What's the time frame? Yeah, either I'll reply by text or in the live stream. That's the username. Yeah. Koenigsegg. It's actually my family's business. More like, sooner we get to 10k, I want my hoodie. Then it's gonna be a giveaway, of course. Yeah, I have one big surprise when reaching 10k, but I've been looking at hoodies actually. But I'm actually not sure if I wanna order them in advance, because I don't have the sizes of the people that are gonna win hoodies. You know what I mean? So I can order one for myself, so that I can show on stream what it's like, and then I can do the giveaway, write down the names, get in touch, order the right size, right? I think that's how I then have to do it. Wait, what was the? Oh wait, it's a pop-up from their website. I'm already on a hoodie website thingy. On many other exchanges, we did have hit the low with the long candlestick. Yeah. Would it make a difference? I prefer Coinbase to do the same, but it happened once at the 24k range, or the 24k lows, I should say, where the same happened. Coinbase didn't take the low, while Bybit did, for example. So I prefer to keep an eye on the range itself. Yeah. Does it make a difference? not really from an Elliott Wave point of view, but it is good to know about. It's important to at least know that it happened on other charts. But I don't really use it in the analysis. Kunche and Kunya are not really far off. Yeah, I mean, my username is so old as well. I actually have to change it someday. But what's up, Weems? Ik ben 17. 600 euro is nu het moment. So, of course, I am not an financial advisor. So if someone has 600 euros to invest, when is the good moment? That would be a question to, or at least the question should result into a plan and a strategy for yourself. So I, of course, have a plan. I have a strategy. I trade Elliott Waves on the swing, and I have a day trading strat that I've developed over the years based on data. So what I would recommend if you're new in the market is you can either you have a few options, right? Very long-term investing, just DCA the hell out of Bitcoin wherever it goes to 15K to 100K. You just every week, every month, or if you want to trade it, you need a strategy or a plan to actually actively trade it. And building a plan or a strategy takes time. So instead of throwing the 600 euros into the market, chances are that your trading psychology is still quite weak. So if price then goes down, you're going to be selling, likely going to be the bottom. That's how it always goes. And then you buy back later and it goes up, down, and you're just wasting money. So one can, of course, DCA or slowly at least put money into the portfolio and risk 1%, for example, like $6, right, per trade, and get experience in the market. So low leverage trading, get experience. But I would suggest building a plan or a strategy before going big with the 600, unless you just DCA and don't care about what price does. But you need a good mental for that. And building a strategy is 6 steps, right? Try all the tools in TradingView, all the free stuff. Find your favorites, build statistics, combine some of your favorites, build statistics on the combination. Now you're building a strategy. Then step 4 is you tweak and adjust, add something, remove something, build more statistics. And now you're trying to improve win rate or risk to reward ratio. And then step 5 is start trading it. Low amount of money, so you can have your $600, risk 1% per trade, $6. Start trading like that. Don't focus on I'm going to be a millionaire in one day and all that. Like, don't focus on the moon boys. Just focus on yourself. Work on your trading psychology. And then step 6 is increase your portfolio size or your risk, but be mindful. Don't try to be the hero. That sort of stuff. You're not gonna be the millionaire in a week and that sort of stuff. So the best thing you can do is take it slow but controlled, and not lose all the money your first year, but gain experience. It's your educational money, I suppose. Do you ever look at BTC1 price, new week approaches, and ever use that as any sort of trend? Pricing seems to like trending back to the BTC1 at the beginning of the week, sitting at 67K. 67K would be important with the 618. But I actually don't. I don't look at the gaps and those type of things as well. Welcome also, Paul, by the way. Nice golden badge now. But yeah, I actually don't. I literally only focus on the chart that I have in front of me. And I regularly check other charts for highs and lows if they were taken. So I do have a list with other Bitcoin charts, right? But this is Bybit, Bitstamp, Binance, and the index chart, just so that I have a wider horizon. And also with the low that was made here, I actually did check if the low on Bybit and stuff was taken or not. By the way, where is my volume profile? Oh, well, I probably removed it. Okay. How does the Bitcoin halving always trigger all-time high? Some people are cycle experts, right? They follow the cycles and the halving stuff. I would trade exactly the same even if I didn't knew about the halving. The only reason I know about the halving is because people talk about the halving. But I am so technical that I don't even really care about the fundamentals of Bitcoin. I just trade it as an asset. So yeah, for me, the all-time high is just a natural progression of where the chart was at 15K and the waves that formed after. And then we follow it step by step. And, you know, we saw strength and we never really saw weakness. But when you go and have a look at the cycles, yeah, like Plan B's indicator, cycle, and then there's probably Benjamin Cowan analyzes those type of things as well. People can find a relationship, I suppose, between halving, all-time high, and dumps based on previous occasions, which then comes down to pretty much what they're doing is they're testing a strategy, because or a certain plan. So they just backtest it and then use that backtest information with the current halving coming up. Do you think the Bitcoin dominance is a local top of 57%? Then we drop at 49.50. I think Bitcoin dominance, that's one of those charts where it's a percentage chart, not a price chart. So it's actually a little bit crappy to do an Elliott Wave analysis on a chart like this, because you can never go above 100 and you can never go below 0. So recently in the altcoin channel in Discord, someone asked me about Bitcoin dominance. And what was this one? Yeah, so I posted this one. But you got to take it with a grain of salt just because it's a percentage chart, not a price chart. So here I have the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and just, oh yeah, so I haven't updated this in a very long time now. What is this? Probably end of 2023 or something. So because when we were here, the highest volume candle was the circled structure. Now, of course, we have higher volume here, or whatever this is, Bitcoin dominance. So yeah, I might have to move 3 up and then 5 goes up as well, but it's a percentage chart, so it's not ideal for an Elliott Wave count. Week market open. Oh yeah. Yeah, the week open is going to be very interesting. Oh yeah, very interesting. I want to see what happens this evening when China and Asia opens. Yeah. How late do they open? 1 second, I'm going to get my where did I put it? 1 second. Oh, here, global session clock. Blocked by the service provider? You're kidding me? What's this? Are you the website maintainer? Mate, this was the best website. Why do all this stuff goes out? Market24hclock.com. I love that website. Why is it gone? It was great to check markets and stuff. I have no idea, mate. I don't know what this is about. Email, I don't... whatever. I never received an email. I never gave my email. So this is an interesting website here. Okay, well, can't use that one anymore. So I need another one. No. I'm Central European time, Amsterdam time. So what it opens at like 12, like midnight or 1 or something. I don't know out of my head. Asian, because I never trade Asia, so I have no idea. I find it hard to find entries with leverage. Then don't use leverage. I only use leverage to risk 1%. So I risk 1% of my portfolio, and in many occasions I don't need to use leverage. So better be safe than sorry. Finding entries in general, yeah, so that's where a strategy and a plan comes in. So either a personal developed strategy or Elliott Waves, the 6 steps I always talk about are important in that case. So in order to be better in entries, you need to have a way of entering, which sounds really stupid, but certain rules, certain things you're looking for, and you can check the boxes and then you can enter. So with my day trading strat, there's 7 boxes I need to tick, 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 and then, okay, I can enter. With Elliott Waves, I have other ways of, hey, probabilities are now higher for this or that. I'm going to look for an entry, and if I see what I want to see, I might pull the trigger. Talking about news, let's actually have a look. I see news here. So Monday, 2:30 p.m., Tuesday, Central European Time, everyone, UTC +2, 2:30, Wednesday, that's next week. The week after. So this is next week, Monday, April 15 and April 16. I have no idea what it means, but yeah. Sure, the 1st of May is an interesting day. Friday as well. Fridays, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Hi, if we touch 618, does this increase of growth, and does this mean that the green wave 4 on the high time frame is over? It doesn't necessarily mean it's over, but probabilities increase for upside. And then at a later stage, only if you take the all-time high, can we see what the reaction is at 75 to 80K, and based on that reaction there, can we say wave 4 is in, or we go for an even bigger flat? Probabilities would be higher for a wave 4 to finish though, but at least probabilities just increase for upside if you touch this 67.3. That's that's the importance. Yeah, it can go very quick. You started quite early as well, by the way. But it can go downhill very quick, especially if you're new in the market, you don't really know what you're doing. And like with the question of, what was it? Weem? Yeah, Weems. Yeah, be mindful. Money can just... I'm not on Bybit. I'm on BingX. And I'm not registered as a copy trader. Yeah. If I could just become a millionaire, I know I could get hot girls. Huh? What did I just read? I think what's more important than money is actually working on your physique. Let's start with that one. You don't need money to work on your body. Work on your body, you attract what you are, right? You attract what you are. So work on yourself, things will come. You can't buy love, right? I mean, you can buy other stuff. I try over leverage because of greed. Yeah, greed, pain in the ass. Step 5, work on the trading psychology. Right? Recommendation is the book. That's why you shouldn't use leverage. Keep some room for your stop loss. Yeah, but also leverage. If you risk 1% of your portfolio per trade, I mean, losing is not. It's just 1%. But I guess because of greed, one can lose a lot more than 1%. I think if I leverage everything I have right now, I could be a moon boy and everything will like me and follow me. Yeah, maybe. Yo, what? By the way, welcome, Marty. That's some unique comments as well. About, yeah. I am not a moon boy. I am someone that's just very neutral, calm guy, just pure analysis. No screaming, open, wide mouth, thumbnail pictures, streaming from a phone in my shorts in the Bahamas, and Just be yourself, man. Be yourself. People like you for who you are. Derek, barbecue time. Have a good one, man. On top, I'm very curious why coming week. I don't expect too much in crypto. People sitting on their hands how Bitcoin halving is working out. I still have a wave C wave. Yeah, enjoy the barbecue, man. Complete at 59.52, but only when you want to test the value area high at 42K. Find your support there. Console for a while. 42K, that would be very low. That would be very low. That could result in a 111.2, but that would invalidate a wave 4. 59K is a possibility though. But enjoy your barbecue. Yeah, I'd like to be there. I love barbecuing. Welcome, Crystal Clear. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. All Dutch. My name is Dutch. I am Dutch, and so is my name, I suppose, in a way. But many people here are most people are not Dutch that you see here watching now. But some of them are, yes. It's very much a global community. Malon shares some advice for Wien. From my point of view, would be to not go all in at once. Divide the 600 euros and DCA and Bitcoin. Get used to the fluctuations and emotions, especially the emotions. Yeah, good advice. Work on yourself and build your confidence. Yup. Listen to Mark. Diederik, I see. Okay, Diederik. Dutch question. Dingo Booty, welcome. Good to have you here. George, what's up? How you doing? Malone, another tip, I guess, when you're used to it, take the next step and start trading. Do it with like 1%, as Kun said. Make mistakes, how you learn, but you have to get into the market to actually get the hang of it. I agree. I also don't like demo trading. You don't work on your mental game with that demo trading. Just use low amount of real money, but low amount. What about DCA 2x leverage long for the next 5 years? If that's a strategy, then you can use it. But if I just want to at least let me at least do this. This is going to be interesting. Okay, 5 years. How many days are we talking about? Quick calculation here. Uh, 1825. Now, I don't know where stop losses are with leverage, but this is what you're talking about when we talk about 5 years. So is there potential? Absolutely. I don't know where the stop is, but you're going to be doing this. Probably same here. You're probably not that low potentially in a bull market, but if you can cope with the mental of doing this, then yes, you can get that, of course. But you gotta be mindful, even with a 2x. Yeah, you gotta be mindful of the movements in the market. I bet not many people saw 69K to 15K coming in advance. Yo, have a good one, Rob. Enjoy your Sunday. What's up, Victor? How are you doing? Welcome back. What is the price of Bitcoin after having this? I mean, depends if we go for a wave 5 or a wave 3. So wave 5 target area is, out of my head, what was it? 78 to 100K-ish? So, yeah, we just take it from there. Once the highs are taken, we continue to observe how price is going to continue, but the probabilities are highest on the weekly to still go for higher. So yeah, 100K is not a weird number in what we are still looking for in the bullish scenarios shared here in the analysis. Hong Kong ETF could be approved Monday. Some more volatility as well. Braveheart, Scottish. Hey, second time you joined the live stream. Welcome again from Scotland. Enjoying your view. Thanks. Good to have you here. Scotland. When I think of Scotland, I always have to think of the rough terrain pictures where you have the high cliff with the water hitting the cliffs. I don't know, that's just Scotland. I think of this. Scotland, you think about the instrument they play with the skirts, you know. Did you already left the Netherlands? Not yet. So how we're going to do this, we're going to move to the south of France by probably later this year, end of this year. And what we're going to do is sell this house, get an Airbnb in the south of France, which gives us time to be there, look for apartments, rent an apartment, because we don't want to go big at once, because we first want to check the lifestyle, see if it's something we like. And then if we want to rent for a year, and if it's something we enjoy, then we buy. Japan, UTC 9. I actually need UTC 2. If someone started from zero now, what is possible with a budget of 500 to start? I mean, this would depend on what you're going to do with the 500. Discord is free. Yes, you can link in the description. What are you going to do with the 500? DCA, trading, so DCA is safe, but less profit. Trading, risky, but potential for higher gains and quicker losses. So yeah, DCA, you can double to maybe 1,000, depending on how the market goes. You might be lucky to get it 3x, but trading, you can of course go a lot more. So, but also you can lose it very quick. So yeah, you got to be mindful. You can use any amount of money in very different ways, of course. About 6 years. Oil. Oh, I see. Bull and bear of crypto. Yeah, it's quite a wild ride, eh? 3.5 years. Discord is free, yes. Koen and Ashley are the new my launches. Yeah, Weine. Do you do trading for a living? Arguably, yes. But I also do other stuff. So can I live from trading? Absolutely. Right? No problem. But I also do other things. I'm a global keynote speaker, which I very much enjoy doing. I have the YouTube channel as well, which is great fun. And I'm a trader. So yes, I can live from trading. Absolutely. Pat Basil, welcome back. Ik weet dat je eigen alles doet. I don't know anything about XRP. That's the thing. And of course, we focus on Bitcoin here now. So what I can recommend, Pat Basil, is go to Twitter. And there is a guy called Hov, Sensei Hov. 1 second. I happen to know he sometimes does XRP. This guy. EGLD. So I would recommend checking him out for XRP. I don't, but I did an XRP count. Oh, it's been a while since. Oh, here. This is here, 5th of April. What's up, Hof, by the way? Hope you're doing good. So I actually never spoke to Hof yet. I just know he exists, I suppose. This is what I guess he is looking for. Micro-ending diagonal. I was talking about validation is the one-to-one. So yeah, I guess he's a good one to follow. My XRP analysis is still in, if we go to my channel, we got to scroll down. Here, altcoin, about a month ago. Weekly time frame, it's high time frame stuff. I also analyzed XRP in this live stream, so you can check that one out. And we will do a monthly altcoin and other stuff analysis on the channel. I got to plan it though. So yeah. Nice. So Nice, Cannes, Antibes, that area. What's up, Dux Trader? It's been a while. Good to have you here. Welcome back. They're on UTC. Just subtract. Yeah, I'm UTC +2, so I have to subtract like 6 hours or something. Japan, Hong Kong. What's the biggest one? Japan is the first one? 12. Yeah, I'll make sure to check it. I'll check it. Thanks, Mark, by the way. Koen likes to speak. No shit, Sherlock, no? Yeah. On the global keynote stuff, what do you specialize talk in? Oh, wait. There you go. So you can read all about it. Here's this is the most popular one globally, gotta say. So that's the topic that I speak about the most on a global scale. While in the Netherlands, the topic I speak about the most locally is this one. Parents and gaming children. Together with this one, actually. Yeah. Oh. This is my global agent. I also have a Dutch one, local one. Yeah, all good, man. Potential reverse expanding triangle. Expanding triangles are always rare, and therefore they're never preferred unless all of the other stuff fails. So I recommend to first look for other structures before thinking about expanding diagonals or expanding triangles. Doesn't mean it's incorrect. It's just from a probabilities perspective. It has always the lowest probabilities unless all the other stuff fails. The Healthy Gamer. Yes, I know him. Yeah. He actually is gonna... So I'm gonna get his book when it comes out. He's gonna publish a book also in the Netherlands. And I was approached by the publisher to receive the book for free. So that's pretty cool. As I'm in the same industry and I know who it is. Yeah. Yeah. The Healthy Gamer. Hey, everyone. It's time to fly, I think. Been here for 2 hours and want to do some final things. And then wrap this day up. No, see what the chart is going to give us. Should be pretty exciting with Asia joining the party tonight. Everything that's been happening, of course, last night and lots of drama. I hope everything is okay, or all the people, at least, you know. There's definitely things going wrong there, but I hope if you're here and you're from that area, I hope you're safe and sound. Take care. But yeah, let's see how the markets are going to react when they open on Monday after such an interesting, volatile weekend, to say the least. So yeah, it's time for me to wrap things up. Take a shower as well after working in the garden the whole day. I wanted to be live before actually taking a shower because all of you were waiting so patiently the whole afternoon. So I prefer to just be online and then, you know, like talk to you guys. And yeah, so... yeah, that being said, we're almost at 10K. There is going to be a live stream, of course, when that happens. Hopefully, we can actually catch it live. So if you see the count very close to 10K, like 9.9K, just wait with clicking the sub button till I'm live. And then you can sub and we can reach 10K while we're live on YouTube, okay? That's the plan. I already have a big surprise coming when we reach 10K. I still got to prepare some stuff. And I also want to do some giveaways, tangible things that I can send to you because we do everything online. Everything is virtual, right? But I actually like to send some stuff in a giveaway that you can wear, like a hoodie, t-shirts, so that it feels real. You know what I mean? And it's the first time I will do it. I'm still figuring out where I can get the hoodies, but I found a website through my wife, so I'm gonna check that one out. So yeah, everyone, gonna see you next time. Tomorrow is another. Wait 1 second, because I'm not sure if I can do the. Probably tomorrow is a live stream, but it's gonna be around hopefully 1 or 2. Because I have a meeting at 4 in Amsterdam and I have a meeting at 11:30. So in between there, I got to do the live stream. Yeah, so probably a live stream tomorrow again, like we do every day. So yeah, that being said, enjoy your Sunday. Take care. See you tomorrow.